Hello, class. I am Christian Pecoraro, and today I'll be interviewing Marissa Pecoraro. She is a tax accountant for Kenneth P. Alevres CPA firm. She has been in accounting for over 15 years, focusing mostly on tax, and also works with small businesses in preparation of their financial statements. The first question for you is, what made you decide that you want to be a tax accountant?
I found when I was younger that I always loved puzzles and I always loved working with numbers. When I was in high school, I was given the responsibility of counting all of the cash and credit card statements at the end of the night. And doing that, I would involve doing bank reconciliations and making bank deposits. So I found that I always had a natural love for math and for accounting and for basically looking at statements and processing any sort of banking. So it kind of put a niche in my head to kind of want to do that for the future.
And since you loved math so much, what high school classes did you take in high school? Like did you take algebra, geometry, calculus, pre-calc, etc.?
Yep, I definitely always had a love for math. When I was in high school, I was in advanced math, so I did take trigonometry and pre-calc. And then when I was in college, I had tested high in math or for more advanced math, so they had put me into Calculus 1 and Calculus 2 in college, which I did take. I had no desire to be a math teacher, so accounting seemed like the next best bet. I always had a love for numbers. Numbers always came natural for me. Math always came natural for me, so it definitely was something that I kept a passion for and used it for my life going forward.
And since you took calculus in college, what was your main objective? Like, what did you want to major in college before accounting?
You know, it's interesting because even though I was advanced math, you would think that accounting was a natural progression, but in my college, accounting was not as focused as a career as it is today for today's students. In my particular college, we did have a business administration, but most people were either in marketing or financed in the stock market because it was right around the time the stock market started booming with internet stocks, etc. So I did actually become a marketing major for some reason, not really sure. But as soon as I got out into the real world, I realized that being an accountant was more natural for me and something I definitely should do, and something I proceeded with in becoming.
And it's definitely more naturally because you love math and puzzles and all that type of stuff.
Yes.
But why did you choose tax accounting over forensic and all of those other types?
Right.
Of
When I was in college, kids are much more luckier nowadays. You either there was no forensic accounting. The really nice benefits of accounting and the different departments and deviations from the basic accounting standard did not exist. You went in and you were an accountant and that's it. I chose basically to focus more on tax because I was always more interested in the Internal Revenue Code. I was also more interested in helping clients because when you do tax, you do people's tax returns. So I had a strong relationship with clients and working and helping them basically develop their whole financial picture. To do that, I basically, instead of becoming a CPA, I became an enrolled agent. An enrolled agent is given specifically from the Internal Revenue Service, that certification specifically, which focuses all on tax and tax code rather than a CPA, which is more focused on a broader range of accounting.
And what college did you go to in order to get your master's degree where you're at now?
So I had got my marketing degree from William Patterson University, and then when I decided that I wanted to go into accounting and to tax specifically, I went for my master's of tax from Fairleigh Dickinson University. I was working and taking care of a family and decided that getting my master's degree in tax would help me become more involved and more knowledgeable on the Internal Revenue Code itself, more in-depth knowledge, and be able to basically apply it to more situations and more clients and more businesses, small businesses specifically. So anyway, I really felt the need to help people and to help businesses move forward and get more of a better financial picture to be able to help them to make strategic business decisions. So I had gone for my master's in tax from Fairleigh, and I feel that coupled along with my enrolled agent license would make me a very strong candidate for helping people.
In order to take this or have a degree from Fairleigh, What kind of tests did you have to do in order to become a tax accountant?
Yeah, so basically, business experience will always prevail any test specifically. I chose not to be a CPA. I chose to be an enrolled agent. So I had gotten that certification specifically from the Internal Revenue Service. I basically was in the working with clients for a few years, and then I decided that that was going to be my first step into becoming a tax accountant specifically by becoming an enrolled agent. The enrolled agent certification helps you to represent clients in front of the IRS, and that was something that I really was passionate about at the time.
All right. So this is my mom, and pretty much she's a tax accountant who works plenty of stuff regarding preparation, and she went over all the tests that she had to do. Hope you found this video entertaining, informational, and have a great day. Bye.